growing in spirit in the church. As I talk a little bit, I could, I help you. Because I had a long week. I had someone in the room sitting with me. And he had a chorus all by himself. He had a choir system. I rest good yet. So, so I have a good choir singing on that. So I got to fill up. So to see what's going on in there. All has been good. Okay? There's a great need in our day for fathers to live up to their God-given task. I'm not saying there isn't, but there's a great need. One of the reasons that the church is as weak as it is in many places. It is because fathers are not fulfilling their spiritual duties. So you'll find some fellas think, okay, you need with your daughters to buy the child, who should fine, boom. They drop it off and they're gone. They have no more interest into the child. So you need some spiritual dads, you know. Also, many of the youth of our day are involved in drugs, premarital sex, gangs, activity, and a host of other sinful things. It's because what fathers are not fulfilling their roles and being responsible for the seed that they drop behind. You know? It is time that we as fathers and grandfathers realize the awesome responsibility we have in molding our children's spiritual lives and laid out in the Bible in every form of fashion. It is time that the fathers do more with their children than just play the Xbox. What other games are? You don't know? Yeah. PlayStation. And I got some other little wicked games. I see him try to put up one on my iPad that I want me to get it from. I just, them things that make no sense, but all they do is they're worrying one another. It is time, I say, for fathers to act like spiritual giants in the family. You in charge. You ain't got to put on no hat or put on no town and say, right on it, I in charge. Just be in charge. This is Judy, just do what you have to do. You ain't got to be begging you for nothing. Running behind you for $2, you know, no. Be your father. Be that family giant, that family priest in the home. And reclaiming the family and growing in the process spiritually. But there's some things you teach your child, or even you teach others, you can go from that. That's where I'm getting at today. So you can mature as you go along. The spiritual fathers must show in the lives of their children even more before they can sow. Let me say that again. Spiritual fathers must sow into the lives of their children. Even more before they can sow into their children. They themselves need to be sowed in. They don't need you try to teach me how to fish. And I don't know the started idea how to fish to teach my son. Pastor King very good folks want to go fishing. He said, go fishing when they come. On this Father's Day, I being a father, contemplate on the biblical principles for fathers. Now more than ever, we need godly Christian men to assume the role as fathers. Not just a deadbeat dad. Grabbing the young baby, oh, this is my jumping up, turn up, oh, this is my baby, yeah, crying. What you doing afterwards now? You know what this is? What have you done lately for your child in terms of his spiritual development? Have you prayed lately with him? These are more important factors than the physical. You need it, but at one point the child is going to get older and he's going to go on his own. All you taught him, is to shoot marble, if you have marble, play Xbox, and drink a lake. What else have you taught that child? The jail full. Prime example. Because why? They have no recollection of coming to church. It's a true part. Right here in so we have go far. No recollection of coming to church. No recollection of coming to Sunday school. I want to talk about the dad. The dad was in jail too when they gone. Wow. So they're for trouble now.
Vicious cycle.
No kind of development, no kind of association. But that one did not what he said. He said he never seen him seen his dad. But he wanted to come to jail to see him, so what did he do? He committed a crime to see his dad. Wow. You see, you get how foolish that is? That's what I'm saying.
Stay with him.
We are dads and true fathers must lead by example. You can't just talk it. You got to live this life. But let me go on. It says, we need men of faith who are men of courage. To be a man who be example to the children, to the neighborhoods, on the job. Don't be scared to talk about God. Don't be scared to talk about my children. All of us at some point sin. If you have children with a bad luck, well then else, join the line. Join the line, but there's many. And just sometimes I went out of bad luck are better than in marriage. I'm not even demoralizing a marriage, you know. But sometimes they have better children, especially if you reach out and you take care of them. You be an example to them. Oh, well, I'm not even on that. But especially, brother, just like you train them in the house, you train them outside, you become respectable individuals. You can see it, those in the parliament, those in the doctors or in these big offices, unmarried children, but they made it, eh? Hello. Moreover, the Bible says a lot about the ways fathers should bring up their children. But I have several points. This can help grow our children, and in the process, it will bring maturity to our hearts, to our minds, to our spirits as men. But when we look back, this is one factor. When we look back and see our children, whom we have sold and invested in, and just like my wife, she's invested her time in his education and homework. See, he do for me, do it, because he know I could force him to stamp and spell his word. She's like that. Where she's more relaxed with it. She let him do it. Get an award this week, 2 awards. Excellent develop. Investing, she's sowing into his life. So as the father was sowing into our children. Get the word with them. You know, that's what I text them, I text shortly. Get the word and show them how you must behave, how you must do this, and how you must do that. What if you're sowing? He's gonna read. When the child reaches 18, 19, what do you say? Daddy, I go now, I gotta live with my girlfriend or boyfriend. Hello? Please give you some decency to help you around the house. For a year or 2, Mr. Rollins. Let me pay that light bill so that I'm getting ready to go. Well, but let me help you before I go.
In my own life.
Huh? That's what I'm talking about, sowing into the children. Like I tell mine, I said, I made some choices, some mistakes in my life. But that don't mean you have to make it.
No.
Huh? But I threaten them. He said that I don't have no time to waste. We ain't going that way. That's important. But let's go on our first point. First point, fathers are to love their children. We find in Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 12. And it says, for whom the Lord loves, he reproves. And even as a father corrects the son in whom he delights. Although I love you, I ain't live flat life. Huh? See, it is a given that a father shall love his child. If the parent is a true, genuine Christian, then the parent should be overflowing with love. For God is what? God is love, eh? No, you should love them children every time you sleep, time you get up. You talk to people with those children. Even when they go old, no, you did that one, but you know, Lisa. You don't open up. You don't open up. That's important. It is whatever, what benefit would we have if we change our communities without what? For showing love to our families. You gotta show them voice. Voice inside the house. Don't tell me I love my wife, Julie, and I ain't showing it. I gotta show that. It's important. A person who does not provide for his or her family is worse than an infidel. Love should be what? First priority to Christian parents and even non-Christian parents. Because you got some non-Christian parents who are doing good. They're morally doing good. That can't get you to heaven. You understand? You still got to be saved. My second point. Fathers are to care for the children. This is similarity of love. You find in 1 Timothy 5 and verse 8. And it says, but if anyone does not provide for his own, and especially for those of his household, yours, these are the one who you say you love and who you brag about. Oh, my wife, she's the sweetest woman in the world. My children, oh, they're the best children in the world. When you come home, there's no one bringing up nothing to eat. You're a liar. Stop talking. You can't do it. That's how fathers should carry on within the home. Paul gives Timothy some straightforward talk. Not how the church didn't get back. Give them straight up talk. A Christian parent has the responsibility of providing for one's family, no exception. We ain't going to debate that. The children cannot take care of him or herself. You don't want to see a child on Bay Street begging for $1. Who will see that? You sure you want to see a child on Bay Street hustling? No. Ain't do that. You are instructed to care for and nurture them. No excuse. Guess what? They have to be here. That's what they have to be here. Right? You have to be yourself. No way. That's the important factor. You didn't have to be here. But God saw it through His mercy, His love. And then He gave Bishop Morris and Emma Morris a fourth child. Boom. And Katie Ann, Sally Mae, Lawrence, Nee Morris. God bless us. God bless them. And she grew up to be a good woman. See how that? Because why? The parents so. Yes. That's important. Let's go on point 3. It says, fathers are to bring them to Christ. Don't bring them to the Bible. That's what fathers somebody do now. You carry babies, how about keeping the boys and bring them? Yeah. It's happening right now.
Yeah, one of them.
But bring them to Christ, that's the important. See, they found in Matthew chapter 19, 13 and 14, where Jesus rebuked some of those disciples. He says, then some children were brought to him, so that he may what? Lay hands on them and pray for them. He will bless them. That's what you bring the children for, to be blessed. And the disciples rebuked them. You know, the master busy now. I be busy, he can't do that. And he's still telling us stuff. Hey bro, come on, tell me all the labor every day what I will do work. Give you a rest. He's still saying that today. But Jesus said, let the children alone. I'm sure you can see that heart so you can hear the air. And do not hinder them from coming to me. For the kingdom of heaven belongs to such like them, the attitude just like that. They're humble before God. And that's the time to get the children, get them, mold them in the way of the Lord. Mold them in the way of the Lord. Sunday school is very important. Bible study is very important. Prayer meeting is very important. Teach them. When they see you kneeling, they can do the same thing. But if you don't kneel it, do it, you know. One of the greatest things a father can do for his child is to lead them to the knowledge of Christ Jesus. That's the greatest factor in life. Does the father talk about Jesus? Does the father speak about the wonders of Christ? Or are I talking about LeBron James? I'm glad to hear me. But who like LeBron?
Real happy.
Talk foolishness. I the greatest? Yeah, you the greatest? With it then, he exalted himself in what? Be a base. But man that humble himself should be exalted.
That's it.
That's the word of God.
Go just like
that's good for him. I thank you, Jesus.
You're good. You're good.
The church that I watch it, church that the that preach. Say, yeah, we sit down and watch it. We go to bed at over. Hello. A father cannot expect his child to know about Jesus if he never talked to him about Jesus. How you expect him to know? All you got to talk about is the brawn. Brawn? And all the child awareness, the brawn tennis. The brawn drawers. I never get tired. I never tell him about Jesus, which is more important. Hello. You never go to church with a child? But you expect him that he get old. Boy, I want you to be a preacher. Did you lead him in the preaching concept? Did you lead him in the preacher steps? It's important. So how important is Christ to you in your life when you're your children? If you do not place Christ first, then do not be surprised if your child become a drunkard. Don't be surprised, because you never give him or her the seed to grow. You never toil their lives. I got a seed of grace and mercy for you. You plant this in your head, and each year stir it up. Well, Jesus was going down to the temple every year, right? He stirred up what he had of them. Until he got to the 12th year. What did he do? He stood up and he read the scripture, right? That's how we stir up.
Is this fulfilling?
Birthday ain't come just to celebrate birthday. Hello, miss. These kids are the blow. That's a stirring time. That's important. Point number 4, let me move on so we can get up. Fathers are to train their children for a life with God. Yeah, that's a life with God, not a life with the devil. A life with friends. Proverbs 22:6. It says, train up a child in the way he should go. And when he get older, what did he do? He ain't get far from it. He could cling to it. So that's all I do. A small boy. I strangle away a little bit. Trying to explore the world. But I realized that the world ain't what God has for me. And come right back into the strong teacher. But keep you happy where the joy is. That's how it is. Here is one of the more difficult aspects of being a Christian father. You must not only talk the talk, but you must walk the walk. Don't say the old boys, do what I say do. No, I finish with it. You do so the child will do.
Example.